Hey, what's up, you sexy things all around the world out there? I know you see her. I know you know what this is. Welcome back to Soul Hunters, guys, and that's right, this is Arachna in her new awesome form. Look at her, she looks so awesome. So, we were absolutely right with our predictions. I mean, everybody pretty much guessed it right. That Arachna would be the next awakening hero. She's gonna be this, she's the second awakening hero that they released, but not only do I love, the heroes getting a new awakening skill because they get a new item, which will boost, their stats up. They get a fifth skill, which is awesome, make them a lot better. But they also get new looks. I mean, just check it out. Vincent looked awesome. Arachna is looking great. I can't wait. I mean, her hair is flowing out. I can't wait to see, what the next hero that will be awakened will be. But yeah, so Arachna is confirmed to be the second awakening hero, so we'll have to wait and see for the next one. And I'm pretty excited because, it will be something new and exciting to do in the game. So yeah. Anyways, let me just let you guys know that I screwed this whole video up because I recorded it once, right? And then I went back to check it out, and I had not plugged in my mic recorder, so it was terrible. I was just sitting there, my video was on, and I was sitting there playing the game, and I was talking to myself the whole time with no audio. God, I felt so stupid afterwards because I had a lot of cool, funny things in there, and I'm like, oh man. So now I'm probably gonna end up just trying to repeat those same jokes and probably sounding really dumb, but don't judge me for that. Anyways, let's move on here. I think what's going to happen now is they're probably going to give us a clue as to what the third and final, released awakening hero will be, and then that's it. We'll try to guess on that one, all right? So I hope that happens within tomorrow or the next day, because I think I saw something about them releasing the new update this Sunday, which is today's Friday, not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, because it's daylight savings time, all right? So they're going to release this new update Sunday, which is sick. I can't wait. And also another thing that's going to happen on this update is they're going to be releasing out this new Conjuring Stone hero. Now, they give us a little clue as to what this guy is, but it's very, very hard to judge. I mean, check it out for yourself. There's no name, no skills, or nothing like that. All you see is this shadow of this thing, which I can't even begin to even understand what it is, I mean, you guys tell me what this guy looks like. I have no idea. I think those at the top are either birds, some weird birds flying around, or they seem like they could be propellers, they're lifting him up by his like straps. Yeah, and he's got some weird tentacles at the bottom. I don't know, it looks very strange. But anyways, let's leave that. We're not going to guess any further as to what this guy is. We'll find out when it comes out. But right now, what I'm going to be doing today is the Hall of Legend, the Crusher is on. So we're going to be taking on this guy, alright? Trying out a bunch of stuff. And we'll see how we do, alright? Now, check it out, I got my legendary heroes ready to go. Vincent is ready, and Arachna is also ready here. As you can see, I've leveled her up. She's orange, ready to go. Now, a lot of people are asking, does she have to be 7 stars to be awakened? No, as long as she's orange, once the question mark comes up, she's ready to go, alright? Now, let's go and check out what this Crusher is all about. So the top damage ranks here, looks like it was 1 million. The top 2 guys, it's right around 1 million, and everybody else is under 900,000, alright? So that's it. Now, first off, when I first started, I went on it and I said, there's already a team here, so I'm gonna have to, I was like, why is this team even here? And I was like, screw it, let me just go ahead and try this team out and see how they do, alright? So I started off with that team, and honestly, I forgot how they even did. So this is kind of like me watching the whole thing all over again, alright? But don't forget, I've already done this. Now I'm watching it over and trying to do a complete, redo. But anyways, started off terribly. Garrick and Bloodsphere died so fast. I was like, oh, this is terrible. It's not even working. I mean, I already know that this is not the team to use for this guy, but I just wanted to give it a shot because they were already there, and I don't know why they were there. So I figured maybe there's a reason why they were there, but no, it was no reason. I don't know why they were there, and I just wasted a whole first try on this guy. But so that didn't work out good at all. 400k is not the best. I mean, look at it. It's like 122 rank. It's not what you want. But I did notice that, you know, Gizmo is a beast. So Gizmo is an absolute must for this guy, alright? You gotta have, I think, Gizmo to be in the top damage dealers, for sure. And then after this round, what I went is, I wanted to try back a team that I tried last time. And I remember the team because I needed a healer. You're definitely gonna have to have a healer. And you need a tank. The best tank that you want to use for this guy is, in my opinion, it's Tholin. So I end up going into Tholin here really quickly. Here's the problem here, because when I was doing this, I was actually talking, you know, trying to explain some things. So that's me waiting, talking, explaining things to you guys. But now it just seems like the game has just stopped working. Alright guys, so then I wanted to try and, you know, another team that I tried before. So I took out everybody that was there. And I know I would needed a strong healer for this though, because my Flora is only at purple +4. She is 7 stars though, but purple +4 does not really do it. You're gonna need a, you know, a strong Flora, and there I found one from King Boss, orange, 7 stars. So I rented her out, and then I know that I was gonna need a nice tank, and then some more damage dealing. So I went with Tholin because, in my opinion, I think Tholin is the best tank for this guy, because I will explain in a little bit. But I also wanted to go with another, I know I needed another distraction, which I kind of like to do with Dokras, and I needed another damage dealer, which I went with, I think I went with Alistar here. Yeah. So the thing with Tholin and Dokras is these guys, they summon minions, alright? So Tholin summons the Wolverines, Dokras summons those little, you know, minions. The point of those things is they will attract a lot of the stones that the Crusher throws to them. This way it gives them more targets. So as you can see, there's 2 and 2, there's 4 more targets that the stones can hit instead of hitting just your heroes, alright? That's why this is key, that I feel like in this battle, you know, those, see how 2 of them or 3 of them actually hit those Wolverines in the front, you know, so that was huge. Now another thing is you want to hold your ultimates here. Don't use them right away as soon as you get them. See, I could use Gizmo and I could use Alistar here, but you don't want to do that. For the simple reason is because he's going to go right back into these stones here, and you want to heal up, and you don't want him to deal that much damage to you, alright? Because the more damage you deal to him, the more damage he deals back. So you want to wait on that a little bit. But as you can see here, I'm getting crushed again. Everybody's losing health. But I did get another heal from Flora, and then I got another ultimate here from Gizmo. So here it goes again. Here comes the stones. I went into my ultimates again because I noticed Gizmo was about to die. And where are we at here? Almost 900,000. But that last hit does so much damage. I mean, once you get him to 700,000-800,000, that hit is going to pretty much take out most of your guys. So we're close to 900,000 here. And I'm feeling pretty good. I'm like, alright, so this is nice. You know, 900,000 is very close to the top rank, which is 1,000,000. So it's doable. Right, and there's the damage calculator there. Gizmo, of course, he killed it. Tholin killed it. Dokras and Alistar did alright, but I like Alistar because he gave me that magic boost, alright? So that was the thinking behind there. And then I went back in here, tried to figure out if I could hire another hero, but there just wasn't another healer there. Because I'll show you right now, as you can see, my Flora, she's just not up to par. You see, I'm missing this item here, and the shurikens are hard to get. And I don't even have this phantom jar, so I know that she wasn't ready to be upgraded right now, so there's no point. I mean, when I get her to orange, a lot of these items I'll have. Some I'm going to need, but I think I have like 3 out of the 5 that she uses, so I was very close. So she's definitely going to be somebody that I'm going to be working on next, because I do feel that you need a good flora for this guy, alright? That, I definitely feel like you need it. Next up now, what I tried to do is, we'll find out. I tried to use my own flora, and I took out Dokras thinking that I can get in there somebody else who deals a little bit more damage. You know, maybe going with all magic damage here. And let's see how this one played out. Because don't forget, a lot of times with the Crushers, it's a lot of luck, guys. Don't forget, I mean, he throws his rocks around, and sometimes he's gonna hit, you know, the minions. Like right here, boom, he hit the minions, but only once. So he throws 4 rocks. One time he hit the minions. Well, the next 3 times he hit your heroes. As you see how their health is so low now. That's the trick. I mean, if you get lucky, you know, and he doesn't hit your guys as much, it could be good for you. But it's all a lot of luck, you know. And then at this point, I figured I gotta hurry up with my ultimates, because it looks like I'm gonna get everybody dying really quick here. And there goes Gizmo and Alistar really fast. They died. I was surprised because Seraphine survived a lot longer than I thought she would, which is good. But without Gizmo in there doing a lot of the damage, it's just not the same. You know, the score is going higher and higher, but without Gizmo, you're just not going to beat the top rank, you know. So 660 is the best I did for that one. And as you can see, the same type of damage going around. So the next up, I figured I got to take Alistar out, because he doesn't really do much for me. I wanted to try, you know, I wanted to keep trying some different things here. And I'm not sure who I went with next. Oh, that's right. So this turn, I wanted to try dual healing. So I figured, let me try to get in a second healer, right? Maybe if I heal everybody to full health, this will help out a lot. Maybe survive. What? All I need is one more ultimate by Gizmo. If he can ultimate twice, that's pretty much close to like 400,000. Just by Gizmo. So that was the goal here, but I'm not sure how it worked out here. So Jasmine is already a low health, and I figured let me use Jasmine's heal now, get everybody full, right? So then when he throws his stones, Flora will be ready, and I can get them all ready here. You know, I can get them to full health, but... So here he goes into his stones, and the game is frozen like crazy. Why you do this? Yeah, so the game froze there completely, guys. So anyways, he went into his stones. I used my healing. I used my Flora to heal up. And then I used Jasmine again. But the problem is, at this point, he's already over 500,000. The attacks come a lot rapidly. And here they go. They hit so hard that they just pretty much take out everybody so fast. Alright, so this battle had some weird lag to it. But as you can see, it didn't do great at all. Alright, so this was another trial and error failure. This one, 690. So for a certain amount of time here, I was stuck at this 6 to 700,000 range. So yeah, Jasmine didn't do that much. She did a little bit better than Flora, but not much. I like Flora because she heals you a lot more at in this battle. So then I went back and I figured let me keep Seraphine and put in Dokras, because Dokras will provide, you know, another 2 distractions for him. So that was the thinking this time. And here he goes. The only problem is, you know, he didn't really hit the minions much. He hit the midline a lot. So that didn't help out. Alright, so we got everybody's ultimate here. Let's see what happens. And then here we go. He's going into his rocks. He hits the minions twice in the front. The only problem is that last shot hit the mid row, which kind of hurt Seraphine and Dokras together. But they're not dead. They still survived. And here we go. We're at 500,000 and everybody's still alive. The only question now is these rocks going to hit the minions? If they do, I'm safe. But if they hit the midline, I'm screwed. And then they go right into the midline. So I figured once I see the rocks, I got to go into my ultimates really fast. But they all died. I know it froze there for a little bit, but you didn't miss much. It just pretty much went right into his rocks and killed everybody fast. Then I realized I'm out of tries. I'm like, oh, screw this. I gotta buy 5 more because I didn't really get to try everything I wanted to. So I said 5 more tries and I can try some different things here. And then I had an idea. I think this is the time where I had an idea, which was, let's put in this beast. Where is he? Let me just see here, guys. I don't remember when I put him in. Oh yeah, I wanted to try an Aethera, right? So I figured, let me give Aethera a shot here, just to try, you know. So let's see how she does, because I kind of forgot. Oh, there was the problem for this round. The problem was, all his rocks in the beginning, they all 3 in a row hit my back line, which hit Flora and Gizmo, which kind of sucked. You know, because it just pretty much weakened them so much that right now I had to use Flora right away, and it didn't give me any chance to really heal. So then I went right into my ultimates, and here he goes with his big shot, which takes out Aethera in 1 hit. So I figured Aethera is not strong enough. She just can't really deal with that big shot hit, especially a 5-star. So she didn't really do much, and that was kind of a failed attempt as well. So he took out everybody real quick, and this was probably like the lowest one, 552. Terrible. But I did get a little bit unlucky there, so I figured let's take out Aethera. Now these 4 heroes here I really like. You know, Tholen, Dokras, Gizmo, and Flora. I like that core. I wanted to try though something different here. I'm not sure if I was going to go with Alistar or Osiris. So I figured let me put in like dual magic boost. So I wanted to get a magic boost from Alistar, and I wanted to get a magic boost from Osiris here. I figured maybe this can help out deal a ton of damage really quickly before everybody dies. You know, maybe if I can miss, you know, have him just miss a couple of these shots here and hit the wolves, I'll be alright. But it didn't really work out like that too good. And as you can see, everybody's halfway done. And oh man, this freezing is killing me here. Anyways, here they go. Everybody's ultimate in. The problem is, once he goes again into that big blast, they just can't handle that kind of, you know, damage at this point. So they all die fast. And there goes Alistar. Yeah, at this point here, they're just pretty much dead. So by this point I was thinking, man, there's just no way I can just do any more damage to this guy. It's just so hard. He just keeps attacking them and killing them really quickly. So then I figured I need Dokras in here. There's just, in my opinion, you kind of have to have Dokras. You need those extra, you know, minions out there to take some of the damage. In my opinion, I just can't see how you would do it without him. So here they go once again. It's all about getting lucky with these rocks. And this was the first team that I used when I did my 900,000 damage, you know, that I got to 11th rank. So I figured, let me try this team again, you know, and see how they do it. They're going to do it better than last time. But I do have a weaker Flora. And then I get so unlucky here because all his rocks start hitting the back line. I figured, oh my god, this sucks. He's going right for the back line, right for Gizmo. Is the only one that I need to survive, but he's going right for him. And then everybody now is barely hanging on here. As soon as he goes into his rocks, I'll be dead. So Alistar helps there. We're at 700,000. And here it goes. Yep. So that one rock took out 3 heroes. Because the thing is, one rock will hit all surrounding heroes. It won't just hit one hero. So that's the only problem, because Alistar and Flora and Gizmo are all backline heroes. With one rock, he hits all 3, which kind of sucks. So then I figured I gotta take Alistar out because I can't have 3 backline heroes. It just doesn't work because, like I said before, with 1 stone, he'll hit 3 of them. So I figured let me put in another hero here instead of Alistar. So I was just looking around to see who I can use, and then I took Alistar, and then I figured, let me put in Garrick. Garrick is really nice at dealing a lot of damage, and he's not in the back line, alright? He's kind of in the mid line there between Tholen and Dokras. So it works well. So let's see how this team did, because I knew that this would be a lot different. The only problem is I got crazy unlucky there, and he takes out Gizmo like so fast, which has never really happened before. It was kind of just one of those unlucky things that just randomly happens throughout the battles. And I knew right there that this was a bad attempt, because no matter what I do here without Gizmo, there's just no hope. I do get lucky here because 3 out of those 4 stones hit those first minions there, so everybody else was still safe. And then these guys, I was kind of surprised at this point because they're doing very well. They're at 500,000 here, and you know, they're still good health. And there goes Garrick there. He does like 50 or 40 something thousand in one hit. And at this point I knew that Garrick is really good. I gotta use Garrick here because he does a lot of damage and he's not in the back row. So I was onto something. At this point I knew I was onto something. But without Gizmo is just no use. Here's the stats. Look at Garrick there, 300,000. That is a lot. That is, you know, sometimes more than Gizmo does. So I was like, all right, let me double try this again, because that first attempt was just such bad luck with that hit on Gizmo. So if I don't get all these hits on Gizmo, I should be fine. And it was a pretty bad start here because he went right for Gizmo. And here comes the stones. Hit. I got so lucky there. All 4 hit the minions. And at this point I'm thinking, alright, I'm looking good. Gizmo is nice. Garrick is good on health. Everybody's good on health here. I should be alright. Now here comes the stones again. I need to get lucky one more time. Here he hits the minions, Tholen, then he hits the back row. And at this point I'm thinking, oh shoot, if he does his big hit right here, they're not going to survive. But I make it. They all survive. I go into my ultimate here because I pretty much had to. There was no choice. And we're at 600,000. Tholen is about to die. Gizmo is about to die. And one more hit. Gizmo's dead. Oh, and Tholen is dead. I go into Flora again. But we're at 800,000 here, guys. And I didn't get too lucky with those hits. I got kind of unlucky, which is not good. But I'm pretty sure that this is the perfect team for this guy. Alright, in my opinion, this is the perfect team. It does take some luck, alright, so don't get me wrong. It does take some luck, but this is the team to use for this guy. And then I was out of my second 5 attempts. As soon as I figured out the right team to use, I was out of attempts, so I figured, alright, screw it. No more attempts. You know, there's no really point in paying more, because from 11th to 1st, I'm literally like what am I, 10,000 points away or 100,000 points away. So I was so close. So I figured that's enough for this try. When he comes back around, I know exactly what I'm going to do to him. I'm going to give it to him real good. But for now, I had to end it at this point, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm sorry I had to do this, you know, over, you know, video recording over the whole thing. I kind of hate doing it because doing it for the first time, there's nothing like it, but I had to do it because there was no audio. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Good afternoon, good morning, good night. Wait a minute, I got it all mixed up, but you know what I mean. I'll see you guys next time. All right, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself.